This conference will now be recorded.
In today's topic, I will try to explain you that how you will monitor the resources. Uh, let's assume your space is reaching up to the maximum mark, or it is about to fill. So you should have you are not able to monitor each and every table space every time. So you should have a mechanism that whenever a table space will reach, the space of that table space will reach to a appropriate point, then you will get a alert. You will get a alert, right? So for that, we will set some thresholds and warning critical alerts. So threshold will raise an warning, and critical alert will raise an alert, a warning. So that will tell you that your table space is reaching up to that particular point, right? So I will create such type of scenario, and first of all I will show you to set the alert, and thereafter I will show you how when that table space reaches to that alert point, then what type of alert you will get, right? So this is the script by default. You will set the alert from dbms underscore server underscore alert dot threshold. So threshold, it will reach to that particular threshold, it will raise an alert, right? So to set it, first of all, we need to execute this dbms underscore server underscore alert dot threshold. This is one time job. You need to run for that particular table space, right? So in this environment, I'm setting that threshold for whole table spaces. Means whatever the table space will exist in that particular database, this will set for all the table spaces. So exec dbms underscore server underscore alert dot set threshold, and I am doing some punctuation. This is the standard procedure to write everything, right? To pass the value in this dbms underscore server underscore alert for the procedure set underscore threshold. So this is the one-time job. You need to run it once, and thereafter you will check what is the existing thresholds value. So existing thresholds value from, you can check from dbms underscore thresholds, from dbms and db underscore thresholds. You can check from db underscore thresholds. So you will check the default value is 85 and 97 is the critical value. Means what it's mean, whenever the space will occupy up to 85% of the total value for that table space, automatically a warning will arise, and you will get a warning in whatever the monitoring tool you are using. You will get a warning, and as it will reach, you have not taken any measures for that warning alert, then once it will reach to the critical point, in this scenario I have set it that critical point to 97%. So it will raise an critical alert, and critical alert is very panic, and whenever any critical alert will arise, it will create a very panic situation, right? So the default value is this right now. The value is this. Now I will create an environment, or we will create a scenario. To create a scenario, first of all, I need to log in into my this enterprise manager, right? Or there are some scripts as well. By using a script, you can also create that table space. So by default, this table space is tbs alert data file, and the value of this I will increase a little bit more to increase the visibility. So create a small file table space tbs alert data file is this, and Ora data cat db I'm creating inside cat db. right? So, and the size is this. So I am creating a table space. The same you can do from enterprise manager, right? So from where I have to show you, either I have to show from enterprise manager, or you are satisfied with this script, because basically in all the environment you will not get this enterprise manager, because enterprise manager have separate license, right? So it is better to see from this, and thereafter whatever the effects I will show you from this enterprise manager as well, right? So I'm creating a table space with name TPS alert, right? Size is 120 M. Use logging, extent management local, segment space management auto, right? So that has been created. Now review the SQL and click return. So it is telling that enterprise manager option, right? So I just log into enterprise manager. Now emctl start console. So is down.
Okay.
After this, two more classes are required to complete the course. One for cloning the database, another one for one of the multi-tenant architecture is pending for you.
Okay.
After that, whenever you will say, we will set 1 day for test. take some time to stir. It is taking too much time. Don't know whether it will come back or not. Actually, host name, it is not able to recognize the host name. Waiting for ADDBA. My host name. Just wait. We can wait for some time. Okay. So I just want to show you that I can set that threshold from enterprise manager as well. So there we can set this 55 and 70. Now the warning, instead of 85, we are setting it as 55, right? And the critical level, we are setting it as 70%, right?
Is that the recommended level?
Hmm?
Is that the recommended level?
No. Why we are doing it? We are doing it just because to show you that how that warning and the critical means how and when that warning and critical messages are appearing.
Okay.
So just to reduce that percentage, to show you that once it will reach to 55%, automatically that warning alert will raise, and once it will reach to 70%, then that warning alert will be raised, right?
Okay.
Now I have to write this command. is right. So right, so that I have set it, that threshold 55 to 70. So I have the problem is okay. So if you want to see it, that what will happen, right? What changes has made by running this query? Again, you will select what is the warning and critical threshold value, right? So you can see still it is this. Why it should be? Uh, it should change to 70 and 55. Okay, this is for all, right? If we want to see for a specific object, this goes to TPS alert, right? You can see that has been set it to 55 and 70, right? So I will also paste this query to here. That is already there, right? So you can see I have set it that value, and that has been changed in my uh, database as well. Okay, so you can check now. You can check from DBMS from alert, DB underscore alert history for TBS alert. You will see there is no alert right now, right? Up to the mattress, right? Now I will create a scenario. So I have exactly set the value. Now I'm going to create a scenario. So in case of scenario, what I have did here, I have created some values. So what I am doing here, I am using this table TBS alert is the table space, and I am creating a table employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, employee 4, employee 5, and I'm inserting data from employees to this employee 1. Similarly, employee 2, similarly employee 3, employee 4, employee 5. So 5 tables will be created by using CTAS, create as, right? So thereafter I will enable the row movement. Why? Because I am going to insert same table data in the same table, and thereafter I will begin a loop up to 10 times. So that will insert that 100 thousands of rows in each tables. So thereafter, the similarly I will do again, because this will put up to warning level, and this will put up to the critical level. So first I have created the table, thereafter I have enabled the row movement, thereafter I am inserting the value in a loop. So 100,000 value will be inserted in both the table, in all 5 tables, and that will take up to the warning point. Thereafter again I will do some insertion that will take up to the critical value. So this, for this process I have already created a script, right? So I am going to run this setup. You will see that will show you same thing, right? I have put it the same thing here. So right, so it is creating, basically it is closed and it started again the database, right? After, because I have changed this parameter, disk async IO is equals to false, because if I am not doing this, then this row movement will not affect. Right, database close, right? Automatically database is started, altered, right? Row movement, see how many, approx 109 thousands of rows inserted in each of the table. Now you will go and check what will happen. What is the means? Is there any alert arise or not? If you are using any monitoring tool, then you are able to see that alert is flashing there. So it will tell you how much of space has been occupied for that particular table space. You can see 60% has been occupied, and you have set it 55%. Once that table space reach up to 55%, automatically a warning will arise. So in because we are not using any monitoring tool, so you have to see it by running query. So I'm running that query DBA underscore outstanding underscore alert to see the DBA underscore outstanding alerts. So you will see that will come in after some time. If that enterprise manager has started, automatically you will get that information like this. Like this, you will get that information, and an alert will flash here. Problem table space in space summary alert portion. You will get that alert automatically, right? So I will do some more insertion. It takes some time because right. You will see this value is 75%. So the error should appear. So if you are using enterprise manager, you will get this type of problem table space after critical alert, right? In warning, you will get that warning only, this type of warning only that there is a problem with table space. If you will click this, then you will get that information. So you can see here as well, this is 60%. But if it reaches to the critical threshold point, like this 75%, so you will get this type of information, problem table space. And once you will check that, then you will get this message in this. If you will click this, then you will get this alert message. Your table space is 75% of full, right? So here it will come after some time because uh, stats will need some time to update. So because you are getting from taking it from DB underscore outstanding alerts, so the information will come in this DB outstanding alerts only after gathering stats, right? That's why it is going no rows selected. It is not coming in immediately after this, as you have seen yesterday that we have updated some data, inserted some row, and it is not reflecting there. The rows was not reflecting there. Once we have gathered the stats, so automatically that is appearing there, right? That is start to appear there. So, but if your company is using any monitoring tool, then that monitoring tool immediately give you that effect, right? So I will delete some row to solve this issue. So I have deleted from employee, similarly from employee 2 and employee, and did some commit. right? Now I'm going to check. So what you are saying that it will be updated here. So you are still getting 75%. Why? Because once you have deleted, that will not release the space, that will remain occupied. So to release the space, you have to either you will truncate it or you have to stats gather. You have to gather the stats, right? So similarly, it is saying that either you will shrink space, run the command shrink space, right, or you will gather the stats. So in this example, it has created that particular shrink space, right? So the whatever the things you are doing here by using this command line tool, so automatically once you will do the same thing from enterprise manager, that will submit the job, also shrink the space, right? Also shrink the space. So delete is not going to solve that problem, right? You have to run this command, alter table name shrink space. So once I am going to run this command, alter table alter table name is sys dot employee one shrink space twice. But in normal production environment, it is not recommended because it can corrupt your database blocks. Shrink will can corrupt your database block. You can see as I have shrink that employee one, automatically your total size has been reduced. If I will shrink two as well, right? So again some more size will be reduced, right? Got my point? So the whatever the things you are doing here manually, all those things enterprise manager do automatically. Just you have a click away. Just you will do the click, click, click like that, right?
Okay.
All the options will appear, and you just go click, 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 and so on, right? So as I have told you, I have told you by running queries, right? So if there is a problem with your space in your table space, and in spite of that you have deleted some data, so that data will not going to release the space, because delete command will not release the physical space, right? So for that you have to do shrink space, alter table name shrink space. Okay, so I'm going to delete
Okay. That's clear.
employees. You will see here, in spite of that I will fire commit as well, but still you will see the same size until unless you will not do the shrink operation manually. But in case of enterprise manager, all those steps one by one you have to follow, and it will do all the things automatically, right? Another table is there, I think, table 5. If we will not do the commit, right, whether it will work or not. See, if I am not doing commit, right, so just see whether it is working or not in case of shrink, right? It is working. It is by default committing the data, right? It is by default committing the data, right? So this is the thing I want to show you that how you will manage the resource, how you can set the thresholds, right? How you will do the monitoring of your application. So just I will run the cleanup. Cleanup will delete all the table space created and all. Right. Right. So it has cleaned up all the things whatever I have created that has been cleaned. Okay. So this was managing resources. Next thing, one other thing I want to show you that, right. So I have told you that there is a another concept of by default your data has been saved in by default memory of SGA has been allocated for all the table spaces, all the data fetched from the data file to DB buffer. So second thing is there is a block size that is called non-standard block size, NK cache. So as I have told you and given examples that you want to migrate from 9i to 11g or 12c. So 9i having by default data block size is 4K, but in 11g or 12c the default block size is 8K. So you cannot move data from 4K to 8K directly because 9i having 4K and 11g and 12c having data block size of 8K. So what you need to do, you just have to move the data in the same database or same SGA having 4K size, right? Cache size is 4K. So for that you will create the 4K block size, 4K block size memory area. So if you will see it, so show parameter uh, cache size. So you can see, see these are the parameters. Those are non-standard block size parameter. This 8K will not work because the default block size is already 8K. So these are the non-standard block size parameter. Let's assume you want to allocate 16K or 2K or 32K or 4K. So you have to enable that 16. In this scenario, I have created that 16K block size. So you have to enable it. How you will enable it? Just alter command, alter system set db underscore 16K cache size and the 16K value in bytes, right? So I will enable it, right? So now you will see show para, right? If you will see, then you will get some value there, 16 MB, right? So I have allocated that memory parameter of 16 MB. that 16K. So first thing is this, that you have to enable that parameter, right? Second thing is, once you are going to create any table space, then you have to mention the block size 16K, right? By default, this block size is 8K, whatever the default block size of 11G and 12C. The same block size will be allocated for table space, but what you want a 16K data movement. So once you will create this table space of 16K block size, automatically whenever a data will be moved from this table space in and out, automatically the memory that has been allocated, that memory allocation will be 16K block size in SGA. So I will create this table space. So whatever the 16K table space will be allocated, that will be value will be allocated. Okay, created table spaces already exists. Drop table space, because that has already created above, including contents and data files. Right, actually that was already existing there on that location, so I have reused it, that data file. Right, table space created. So that table space will be created and block size is 16K. Right, now whenever any operation will happen in that particular table space, so that will fetch the data of 16K at once, because one block size is 16K, and the memory for that 16K block size will not be allocated in DB buffer, because DB buffer having block size 8K. Directly that memory will be allocated in that non-standard block cache of 16K, that is separate to DB buffer, right?
Okay.
So this is the concept of creating that non-standard block size. So once you will fetch it and see how many table spaces are there and what is their size, block size, you can see 16K block size you are getting there, but the default is 8K. So all those 8K will allocated in DB buffer, but this will not able to allocate in DB buffer. By default, this will be allocated in non-standard block size of 16K that we have enabled here. Right, that we have enabled here. Right, now if you want to create a table which will move 16K data, then again you have to mention there that table space. Right, create table name and the table space name of 16K block size. Right, table create. So your data will be inserted in this table and moved out, and memory will be allocated in non-standard block size of 16K. So this was all about your non-standard block size and resource management. This is all about for today's class. Next Saturday we will meet on same 7 a.m. or I will inform you accordingly whatever the time change will happen, if any. But most probably 7 p.m. 7 a.m. will be the time.
Okay.
And on Sunday, I'm not sure. I will inform you that whether the class will happen or not, because the Diwali festival on that day. on next Sunday in India.
Okay. Okay.
That is our biggest festival. So I'm not sure about that. Have you heard about Diwali?
Yes, sir.
Sorry?
Yes, I've heard about Diwali.
Yeah. So that is the biggest festival in India. So I'm not sure about that whether I will get the time or not. Right?
That's understandable.
So see you next week. Anything you have to ask?
Um, yeah, just please make sure to share the document with me after the
Hmm?
class. Please share the document with me after the class.
Yeah, I will
So
share. I will share.
okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.